Here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. Being a backup quarterback in the NFL might just be the most psychologically demanding job in professional sports. Picture this. You're preparing at the highest level every single week, studying film until your eyes burn, memorizing every play call and defensive tendency. Yet you might never see the field. And here's the kicker. You have to genuinely root for your teammates' success while secretly hoping for your own opportunity. Talk about an emotional tightrope. Jimmy Garoppolo knows this internal conflict better than most. When he stepped into the New England Patriots facility as a fresh-faced 23-year-old second-round draft pick back in 2014, he was completely overwhelmed. The transition from college football to the NFL hit him like a freight train. I don't know how Tom put up with me, reflects Garoppolo, who's now 33 years old and has seen both sides of the quarterback coin, because I would ask some bad questions. And he thought I was asking questions just to be asking questions. But I was like, I really don't know this, man. Think about that for a moment. Here's a guy who was supposedly ready for the NFL, yet he felt completely lost in those early quarterback meetings. The technical discussions between Brady and then offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels were so advanced that Garoppolo felt like he was listening to a foreign language. Tom and Josh were just talking, and it seemed like Spanish to me at first. I was like, I can't keep up, guys. Garoppolo admits, with a smile, remembering those overwhelming early days. The complexity gap between his college experience at Eastern Illinois, where his responsibilities at the line of scrimmage were minimal and the playbook was relatively basic, and New England's sophisticated system was staggering. In college, Garoppolo had operated within a simplified framework. But in New England, Brady was the field general who controlled everything, including complex audibles and pre-snap adjustments that could completely change the play based on what the defense showed. For a rookie backup, this level of responsibility and decision-making was mind-boggling. Recognizing that their young quarterback was drowning, McDaniels made a crucial decision. He brought in Jerry Shuplinski, a dedicated coach whose sole mission was to serve as a translator between the complex Patriots offense and their struggling rookie backup. Jerry really taught me the offense, Garoppolo acknowledges. I look back on it, I would call myself clueless, honestly. It's almost like fake it till you make it when you're that young. You don't know any better. You're just young, ready to roll, and excited to be there. It's like either catch up or they're going to get rid of you. And catch up he did. Garoppolo's journey from that overwhelmed rookie to an established NFL quarterback reads like a roller coaster of emotions and opportunities. He evolved from backup to starter in San Francisco, then moved to Las Vegas, and now finds himself back in the backup role with the Los Angeles Rams, supporting Matthew Stafford. His resume includes some impressive highlights. A Super Bowl appearance, though it ended in defeat during the 2019 season, and an NFC Championship game, another heartbreaking loss in the 2021 season. Both achievements coming during his tenure with the 49ers. He's experienced the financial extremes of the position too, from signing that record-breaking 5-year, $137.5 million contract with San Francisco that temporarily made him the NFL's highest-paid quarterback, to accepting year-to-year backup deals worth roughly 2% of that massive payday. But here's where it gets controversial. Garoppolo actually claims he's content in his current backup role in Los Angeles, describing it as, in some ways, a breath of fresh air. Really? Is that genuine satisfaction? Or is it the mental defense mechanism every backup must develop to survive? He praises the organization's people and mentions how Stafford values his input during strategy sessions and on-field competitions. This represents the backup role at its finest, when experience and mentorship create genuine value. Don't get me wrong, You're friends. You love each other. You spend more time with these guys than you do your family, Garoppolo explains. But you're also competitors. We're all competitors. This is the highest level for a reason. And this is the part most people miss. The psychological complexity of being a backup quarterback extends far beyond simply knowing the playbook. It's a role that demands extraordinary mental toughness and emotional intelligence. The backup quarterback's responsibilities vary dramatically depending on the team's needs and his own experience level. Sometimes he's running the scout team, essentially impersonating the upcoming opponent's quarterback to help prepare the defense. In these scenarios, his throws are largely predetermined by coaches who've studied the opposing offense's tendencies and want to give their defense realistic looks. Other times, particularly early in his career, the backup is still in development mode. He's scrambling for any extra repetitions he can get, often working with practice squad receivers and even equipment managers after official practice ends, while spending most of the formal practice time observing from the sidelines. Then there's the veteran backup scenario, the grizzled quarterback brought in specifically to mentor and challenge a young starter. This role requires a delicate balance of teaching, competing. Regardless of which category he falls into, every backup quarterback faces the same fundamental challenge. He must study intensively, compete fiercely, and maintain unwavering belief in his ability to win games if called upon, all while never actually hoping for the circumstances that would create his opportunity. Let's break down what this actually looks like during a typical game week, because the mental workload is staggering. Tuesday is technically a player's day off, but that's mostly theoretical. While coaches are busy constructing the game plan, quarterbacks, including backups, are already diving into preparation work that fans never see. Wednesday marks the official start of game week preparation. Every quarterback on the roster attends the same meetings, absorbing the same information. Wednesday practices typically emphasize the mental aspects of the game plan, focusing heavily on first and second down offensive concepts and the overarching strategic approach. These sessions demand numerous repetitions and constant adjustments as players and coaches fine-tune their understanding. Wednesday evenings are dedicated to film study, specifically analyzing third down situations at various distances. Quarterbacks take detailed notes about opposing defenses' pressure packages and front structures, the formations and personnel groupings they prefer in different situations. Thursday practices intensify both in tempo and complexity. Players must recall information from previous days while absorbing new adjustments and the installation of later down concepts. Thursday nights involve breaking down red zone film in preparation for Friday's practice, which typically emphasizes red zone execution and other situational football scenarios. Fridays require players to synthesize the entire week's worth of information, demonstrating their Usually, there's a final walkthrough on Saturday before Sunday's game, serving as a last-minute review and confidence-building exercise. But here's what makes the quarterback position uniquely demanding. They must layer additional details onto their preparation that other positions don't require. They're noting specific tags for different types of motion, memorizing various cadences, and understanding how seemingly minor adjustments can completely alter a play's execution. Backup quarterbacks must complete all of this preparation without any guarantee of seeing the field. Many don't receive significant practice repetitions. If they're not running scout team, they're often standing beside the quarterback's coach or offensive coordinator, observing and learning. Like the starter, they have speakers in their helmets to receive play calls. Some backups go through every detail of the pre-snap routine, including dropping back with a football, but stopping short of actually throwing it. Every player processes and retains information differently. Experienced backups, particularly those who've started games previously, develop personalized systems refined over multiple seasons. When a veteran backup is brought in to mentor a young starter, perhaps a rookie first-round pick, success depends not just on his knowledge, but on his willingness to share it and his ability to teach effectively. Seasoned backups might even be asked to analyze specific clips of upcoming coverages or route combinations beyond what coaches are preparing, helping reduce the starter's workload. They might compile notes on familiar defensive tendencies from previous encounters, searching for any detail that could provide a competitive advantage. Behind all this studying, game planning, mentorship, self-sacrifice, and invisible extra work lies the constant psychological drumbeat that defines the backup quarterback experience. What if? What if? What if? What if the backup suddenly gets called into action? What if he gets a starting opportunity? He might become the next Nick Foles, who led the Philadelphia Eagles on their miraculous Super Bowl Link-II championship run, one of the most improbable success stories in NFL history. Or he might face the harsh reality that befell John Wolford when he started for the Rams in Green Bay during the 2023 season, filling in for an injured Matthew Stafford. Despite knowing every call, every motion pattern, every coverage, and every route, unexpected rain changed the offensive game plan. The Rams lost following a brutal performance, and Wolford stood in the locker room afterward, soaked and stunned by how quickly opportunity can turn to disappointment. Shortly after that game, he was released. That crushing experience, getting a chance, losing it, then starting the preparation cycle all over again in case another opportunity arises, represents another harsh reality of backup quarterback life. So here's my question for you. Is this system fair? Should backup quarterbacks be paid more given the mental and emotional demands of their role? And what do you think about veterans like Garoppolo, who claim to be happy in backup roles? Is that genuine contentment or necessary psychological survival? The backup quarterback position reveals something profound about professional sports. Sometimes the most challenging battles happen entirely in your head, long before you ever step onto the field. These players embody a unique form of athletic courage, the willingness to prepare for greatness while accepting that it might never come. What's your take? Do backup quarterbacks deserve more recognition for what they endure mentally and emotionally? Share your thoughts. I'd love to hear whether you think this system works or if something needs to change.